Hello guys, welcome back to Katawa Shoujo. My name is Negacious. In the last episode, we actually went through some quite heavy dialogue and storytelling when we were in the classroom. We had just gotten back from shopping with Lily and the next day in the classroom. And we were assigned some group work, and Hinako actually came to me, Misha, and Shizune to kind of join our group, and we did pretty well until Misha and Shizune, well, Misha mainly, kind of let loose and kind of forced us to say that we were searching for a birthday gift regarding Hinako and about Hanako's birthday, and she kind of shut herself up due to that. She had like an anxiety attack or a panic attack, and she went into a panicked state. We took her into the Hinako, that is, and we went to the nurse's office. We've just come out of there, and we are about to go to back to the class. So let's go. The walk back to the classroom is a long one. My mind feeling heavy under the weight of so many things happening recently. Even as I re-enter the classroom, I'm thinking about Hinako. My stomach feels like it's turning into knots while I think about how to deal with her. I still don't know what I'm going to say when I see her again. Thankfully, the class doesn't pay me much heed. There are a couple of questioning glances, but overall not many people seem to be very aware of what happened. Muto raises his eyebrows to get my attention when I pass by his desk. Nakai, I take it that Ikezawa is in the infirmary now. Yeah, I took her there, and the nurse said that I should let her rest. Muto nods, assuring me that I made the right call. He scratches his chin for a second before rising from his desk. Everyone, I want you to continue with the exercise. Nakai, I'll see you in the hallway, please. His speech is hushed, but overall he doesn't seem to be acting too differently from how he usually does. Being a teacher, maybe it's to be expected. It is actually. Well, to some norm. As we go out into the hallway, I notice him taking a quick glance left and right to check if there are any students milling around. The hallway is nearly soundless, but I can't think of anything except waiting for Muto to speak. Nakai, what do you think the purpose of this school is? To cater the needs of disabled students? Muto scratches his head as he shakes it. No. If we want to do that, we would have built a whole new school from scratch. One floor, talking whiteboards, that kind of thing. Look around, Nakai. This school is about giving you all a future that you would have been denied in regular education. Huh? Think of it this way. If we want you to graduate and go straight into a hospital, do you think we'd put in this much effort? The bluntness of Muto's statements temporarily stuns me, causing me to forget about the immediate situation. No. That's right. We want all of you to live here as useful members of society. I'm not quite sure I'm following you. I have high hopes for you, Nakai. You're possibly the first student I've had that gets my lectures. That isn't something a teacher should be admitting so freely. You could easily take your studies of science well into university. Have you ever considered that? I can't say I have. Again, in the alternate universe of Katawa Shoujo, or was it in this one? I can't remember. Well, what have you considered? For your future, that is. I can't say I've put much thought into my future. For a moment I'm distinctly reminded of Lily questioning me about same subject. It's only been a little over 5 months since I was gasping for air on the ground. It's too soon to be thinking about the future, and besides, Hanako's problems seem much bigger to me right now. Muto gives a disapproving sigh before continuing. Think of this place as an opportunity. Here you have boundless facilities, good teachers, plus the added bonus of the nurse and his staff. You'd be doing nothing but thinking of the future. Right. As I raise my head to meet his gaze, a thought occurs to me. It's almost like Muto totally sidestepped the issue at hand. Excuse me, but Why do none of the staff seem to care when Hinakos gives class? I've seen you watch her walk out of class more than once. Shouldn't you at least say something? Well, Nakai, it's really not that simple. Every student here has special needs. If it weren't for that, then we wouldn't have a school here. For example, I wouldn't keep you in class if you were having trouble breathing, would I? But that's not... Muto cuts me off before I can even think about finishing my sentence. Ikazawa's case is very much like that, but instead of CPR or a pacemaker, what she needs is time and space. The faculty was made aware of this from the day she arrived here, thus whenever she feels the need to leave classes, we let her do so. And even though she isn't a star pupil, she seems to pass all of her exams, so it hasn't affected her ability to study. Isn't that enough? I open my mouth to protest, but I can't find a fault in his argument. While her condition does, at first, seem to be wholly physiological, its worst effects have been on her psyche. It still puts me off, though. Isn't he just passing on the responsibility for her problem? Surely she can't go on like this for her entire life. I understand you might not be used to this kind of thing yet. It's been a big change for you. That said, it's less than a year until graduation now. Maybe you won't have to get used to this school. If you keep your head down, I'm sure you'll do well enough in your exams. I numbly nod, more to simply acknowledge that I'm listening than out of agreement. I felt like I was getting used to this school, but it feels like I've just been thrown back in my face. But what about Hinako? I believe, well, I hope, that she will perform well enough to do what she wants to do. What that is, I don't know. Not all students leave school with an idea of what they want to do, unfortunately. He takes care to emphasize the last word, as if it wasn't quite clear enough already, and gives me a moment to mull his words over. Today's been a troublesome day for you, and I doubt you'd be able to concentrate much anyway after what's happened, so I'll allow you to take the rest of the day off. Your grades have been good in this class so far, which makes me think you won't have any trouble catching up on what we've been doing. He gives a small smile along with his praise, as if to make up for the seriousness of his lecturing before now. Go collect your things, and I'll see you tomorrow. Right, thank you. Muto's roundabout speech has left my thoughts scattered. I'm still not any closer to working out what can I do to help Hinako, if anything, and my mind is all the more confused after what Muto said. I'm also still bothered by the fact that Hinako was helped at least as much by Shizune, her enemy by proxy, as by myself, but I don't know whether this is just male bravado or genuine concern. While I collect Hinakos and my things from the class, I continue to try and sort out my feelings. I want to say that I understand her, that I'm there for her, but while I might have been able to say that just yesterday, I can't say it now. I wish I could. I lay on my bed. What is this song? Nocturne. Okay. I lay on my bed, trying to collect my thoughts. After Hanako's panic attack, I found myself fundamentally reassessing the relationship we share and what I know about her. I had a hard enough time dealing with 4 months in the hospital. One look at her scars tell me that she was in one for a lot longer than I was. Be it as it may, I know next to nothing about her past. She has told me about the house fire, but only in the most basic way. And what of her family? I still haven't asked Lily about them. There hasn't been a good opportunity to bring it up. I don't know where she grew up, or what her old school was like, nor of her past friends, her wishes and ambitions, not even her tastes in music, food and movies, all the little things that I knew about all of my old friends. Just what have I been doing? For all this time I've been with her and Lily. That's actually really quiet. Let me raise it up a little. That's better. In the distance, I hear the bells signaling the end of classes. With any luck, Lily will probably soon realize that neither Hinako nor I are around and return to the dormitories. Jeez. My mobile phone starts to ring, cutting my thinking short. It quite startles me, as I've rarely been called since coming to Yamaku. Hello, Hisao Nakai speaking. Oh, Hisao! I'm glad I found you. You weren't at any of our usual places, so I thought this would be the fastest way to contact you. I probably should have guessed it would be Lily, as she's one of the few people I've given my number to. Even through the phone, her voice sounds slightly on edge. Hinako and I left class early. She had some kind of panic attack. The line goes silent. If it weren't for the background static, I would have thought Lily had hung up on me. I understand. Could you come to my room? I'd like to talk with you. Sure, I'd appreciate the chance to have a bit of a talk, actually. Good. Good. I also have some bad news. I think we should discuss this in person. It's hard to grasp the seriousness of the situation from Lily's tone. She sounds so calm most of the time, but that could be a good or a bad thing, depending on how you look at it. Okay, I'll be right there. I collect Hanako's school things from my desk and head straight for Lily's room. I rap my knuckles on her door and she soon calls me in. Okay, serious mode. Lily sits at the table inside her room, looking a little worse for wear. I guess that's because of the bad news. Following her gesture of invitation, I sit across from her and lay Hanako's things on the table. Well, there is no point in either of us waiting. Would you mind going first, Hisao? What happened today? My memory of the incident is already beginning to fade, but I explained as best I can to Lily. Inviting Hinako to work with the group, Shizune and Misha's questioning, our foray to town getting discovered, and the subsequent panic attack. I add Shizune's reaction almost as an afterthought. Lily seems to take some kind of comfort in hearing about it. I guess rivals don't become rivals for no reason. There must be some history there, but now isn't the right time to explore it. I see. She had said her therapist sessions were helping, but I had my doubts. It is quite a shame. Her birthday has caused problems before, but I had hoped she would have improved with you around, and the more intensive therapy. Where is Hinako now? Last time I saw her, she was in the infirmary. I guess she's gone back to her room by now. She wasn't in the library or the tea room when I checked, so I can only assume that too. You said you also had some bad news. What's the matter? Does it concern Hinako? Lily shifts her position, the body's way of saying she's searching for the right words. Oh, my aunt has fallen gravely ill. I'm afraid I'm going to be heading back to Scotland to visit her and to spend some time with my family. What? Is she alright? When do you leave? I am not altogether sure of exactly how she is faring at the moment, though last I heard she was stable. I'll be leaving on Saturday. It is the earliest flight that I could get. Stable. That's code for needs to stay in the hospital. I've been stable long enough to know that, and to know that it doesn't necessarily mean someone is in good condition, but merely treading water. On the upside, stable is much better than critical condition. At least she's not on the brink of death. Stable. That's a relief. Yes, but this means I will not be there for Hanako's birthday. I wanted to tell you now, so we could think of something before we told Hinako, but after today's events, I am not even sure if there is going to be an issue if we simply cancel the party. I don't think that's such a good idea. Hanako already knows that we were planning a party now. To go back on that seems like the wrong thing to do. Also, we should do something for your going away, right? You make it sound as if I will not be coming back. If all goes well, I should only be away for a week, though possibly two. That's one relief, at least. With that in mind, what do you suggest then? Given the circumstances, I don't think karaoke is really appropriate. You're not going away for the greatest of reasons, so having too much fun would feel wrong. What did you do for her birthday last year? Last year, I literally could not get her out of her room. She had locked the door. All I could do was leave food outside for her, making sure that she was at least eating well. This is perhaps the most depressed I've ever seen and heard Lily act. I feel sorry for her, given how defeated she must feel to be unable to help her closest friend. Perhaps it would be better to throw the party before you leave then. That does sound like it would be the easiest option. I think we should at least tell Hinako both about your trip and her party. I have her things from class as well. That is a good point. Should we go and visit her now? I think that would be a good idea. Part of me is dying to see Hinako. The last time I saw her, she looked like death walking, and these last few hours have torn me apart just thinking about that. We quietly get up and file out of Lily's room. Hanako's room is next door in the same hallway. Knocking lightly gets us no response, but the door proves to be unlocked. Lily pauses for a moment as the handle unexpectedly moves under her hand, before opening the door. Hanako's room is startlingly bare and monotone. There are no decorations on the plain white walls, a plain dark blue blanket, only a few books, papers, and purely utilitarian items on the shelves. Even her bed sheets are monochrome. The entire room feels as subdued as Hanako's character. Hinako herself is laying curled up on the bed. She may not be crying now, but her eyes are closed tightly to stop herself, and the tracks left by her tears still sit on her reddened cheeks. I quietly walk in and set the bag down on her desk, afraid of startling her too much. Hello, Hinako. Hisao told me about what happened today. Are you alright? Hanako's eyes open, though only a little. Her eyes look really creepy, or not creepy, but like scary. I'm okay. She tilts her head slightly to look at me, noticing my grimacing before I can hide it. Sorry for making you worry. Really, I'm fine now. She really doesn't look nor sound okay, though at least she seems more calm than she was before. She still looks as if the slightest breath could emotionally break her. I said it before, right? You don't need to be sorry for this. Hisao is right. I shouldn't have hidden something like birthday celebration from you. I see Hinako shiver at the word. Lily picks up the silence that follows and crouches down to Hanako's level. I am the one who should be sorry, Hinako. Hanako's eyes open to peer at Lily. She looks at Lily for some time, taking in her face with those dark, analytical eyes of hers. Lily must have made the right impression on her, as Hinako recovers enough to prop herself up from the bed and shift to sitting on its side. Hinako worries about many things, but troubling others is foremost among them. Hearing Hanako's shuffling, Lily moves forward and feels off the side of the bed, eventually taking a seat beside her and taking Hanako's left hand in both of hers. The feeling of me being out of place when the two are together has lessened in the time that we've known each other, but it's still it's still occasionally very much there. This is one of those times, I think. Lily, if you want me to go.
I don't want that.
Lily and I are both surprised at Hinako mustering her courage. A half-mumbled "okay" is all I can give her in reply, and I take her desk chair to sit in.
Hinako, I'm afraid I have some bad news.
So Lily is going to break the news now. With Hinako having affirmed our relationship so clearly, perhaps Lily thought the timing was good, or at least as good as it will ever be.
My aunt has fallen ill, so I will have to return to my family for a time.
Concern replaces Hanako's remorseful expression.
Your family? You mean in Scotland, right?
That is correct.
Akira and I will be leaving Saturday. So you're going away?
I will not be gone for long, probably only a week or two. I will be back before you know it, and Hisao will be here, right? That's right, I'm not going anywhere. Hinako seems to only take minor comfort in this, but she does manage to summon some resolve from somewhere inside her.
Is your aunt going to be alright?
I am not sure. Silence falls. It's depressing that the thing that truly brings Hinako out of her rut is another's misfortune. I decide to bring up the other matter that brought us here, to distract at least in part from the dismal feeling permeating the room. Anyway, we were thinking that it would be a good idea to have a going-away party for Lily, and it could double as... yeah. I cut myself off before mentioning her birthday, as that seems to be a trigger for such fierce emotions within her. Lily gives Hanako's hand a gentle squeeze.
Is it alright by you, Hinako? It will not be anything lavish or overdone, so just something small in my room. So, just in the school? Just us?
That is correct. Just the three of us. If you like, I could ask Akira to come as well.
Okay. You're only going away for a week.
1 week or 2, yes. I promise you it won't be any longer.
Okay.
Most people would be upset at hearing about a friend's family member falling ill and happy at having a party, but with Hinako, it seems that both events are on the same level. Alright then, you look like you need to rest, Hinako, so it might be best if we all went back to our rooms for now. You know that if you ever want anything, you can always talk to me or Hisao, right? Lily's voice is pensive, an unusual edge for someone so confident in herself as she.
I understand. Thank you, Lily. Hisao.
Well then, good night, Hinako.
Night.
I let out a long breath after the door closes behind us. It feels a little like I've been deep underwater and only now have been able to come up for air. Lily doesn't seem to be doing well either. She looks pale and drawn. Are you alright?
I'm just a little tired. It has been hectic recently.
Have you slept at all? A little tired sounds like an understatement, given how you look.
I think I managed to get a couple of hours of sleep before class. I will be okay.
I feel bad about pressing Lily right now. I think both of us are pretty tired from everything that's happened as well. I think you should get some rest. It's been a big day, and staying up isn't good for your complexion.
Thank you for your concern, Hisao. Good night, then.
Okay, night, Lily. I leave Lily in the hallway as she opens the door to her room and begin to make my way to my own. Ah, don't flashback this, you fucking dibs! As I walk down the quiet hallway, I can't get that image of Hinako out of my mind. Huddled and pitiable, lying helpless with tears on her cheeks. I began to think that she was just a normal, if extremely shy, person, but her problems run much deeper. Trying to take our relationship further than what we share now, when she's so fragile and vulnerable, wouldn't be right. I don't need to be more than her friend in order to protect her, so to try and stop anything like this ever happening again. The possibility of my feelings for her going beyond that doesn't matter anymore. Hinako is precious to me, and that's why I can't take advantage of her. But even so, there's still that sting when I think that way. For now, I need to sleep. Tomorrow, hopefully, will be a better day. It doesn't like this is building up into something extremely feelsy, like Jesus Christ. Hinako is more noticeable in her absence than when she is in the room. I feel her empty desk calling out for me. I find myself peering over my shoulder endlessly, hoping that I'm hallucinating and that Hinako will magically appear. She makes sure she's as small a presence as possible when she attends class, and although she had been getting better recently, that fact never changed. Nobody ever pays her any heed in class, and now that she's not here, they don't notice her absence. It's as if she just never existed. Lily did say that her skipping class wasn't an unusual thing before I met her, but it's still not very off-putting. Okay, I think that's where we are going to drop off this episode of Katawa Shoujo. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Wow, these two last episodes have been quite a trip. But hopefully things will turn out okay, unless I fuck up and get a bad end on her route, which I do really not. I really don't want to get a bad end on Hanako's route. But yeah, thank you very much, you guys, for watching. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to like and comment down below. Any feedback is welcome. If you want to get my videos into your sub tab the moment they come online, make sure to click the subscribe button and the bell next to the subscribe button. My name is Negacious, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.